Hello there, dear friend. It seems the night has brought a bit of a challenge, much like trying to find a good cup of coffee in a sleepy town well past midnight. I aim to fetch the tale of Magnet Goblin exploits, one-day bugs, deploys Nerbian RAT. The digital pathways seem to be fogged over tonight, much like the windows of a cozy cafe on a cold evening. Imagine, if you will, it's a late hour, much like now. The world outside is draped in the serenity of night, the kind that beckons for a cup of warm coffee. There I was, perusing the nooks and crannies of the internet, when I stumbled upon a tale of digital mischief and cunning. Magnet Goblin, a name that sounds as if it belongs to a creature from an old folk tale, whispered through the circuits and cables. This goblin, unlike those of lore, doesn't lurk under bridges, but within the shadows of the digital world. It has found a way, with a sleight of hand only possible in the realms of ones and zeros, to exploit what they call one-day bugs. These bugs, my friend, are not the kind you find in the garden soil, but vulnerabilities, freshly discovered, not yet sealed by the digital masons of our time. And what does this Magnet Goblin do with such treasures found? It deploys a creature, a sort of digital rat known as the Nerbian RAT.
Bro, this is awesome. First off, the Nerbian RAT used to exploit current events, specifically COVID-19, to lure in victims. It's disguised in emails that mimic communications from reputable sources like the World Health Organization. These emails contain attachments, often Word documents, that are rigged with macros. Now, for the uninitiated, macros are scripts that can automate tasks in Word documents, but they can also be used maliciously to execute code on your computer. When an unsuspecting user enables these macros, thinking they're accessing important COVID-19 safety information, the document quietly reaches out to a remote server and pulls down a payload, a file named update uave.exe. This is where things get interesting. This executable is the dropper for the Nerbian RAT, and it's built using the Go programming language, which is not as common for malware, making it a bit harder to detect and analyze. Update uave.exe is basically a toolbox for the RAT, allowing it to establish itself on the victim's system. It uses sophisticated techniques to avoid detection, including anti-VM capabilities. Once it confirms the coast is clear, update uave.exe proceeds to install the Nerbian RAT, setting up a scheduled task to ensure it persists on the system, running quietly in the background. This RAT is amazing in its own right. It's equipped for serious espionage. It can log keystrokes, capture screenshots, and execute commands from its operators, all while communicating over encrypted channels to exfiltrate data without raising alarms. What's particularly alarming about Nerbian RAT is its use of encryption and sophisticated evasion techniques, not just for communication, but right from the initial infection vector. The use of COVID-19 themes in their old campaigns shows a calculated approach to prey on current global concerns, increasing the chances of successful infection.
My fellow seekers of the hidden truths, delving into the internet's most shadowy corners is a task both time-consuming and wearying. Why not buy this old storyteller a cup of coffee so I may continue my nocturnal researches for your intrigue? If your heart calls you to contribute, the pathways to support us via PayPal, Bitcoin, or credit cards through Stripe lie waiting in the video description. Your generosity fuels our explorations into the night. For those who tread with us in spirit or in contribution, your companionship is the greatest treasure. Do share in the comments below if there lurks another dark tale you wish to unveil together. I thank you for your company on this journey into the shadows. Farewell for now, and I shall await your return in our next video, where we'll continue to tread the hidden paths of the unknown.